Ever wanted to dismantle a fleet of space pirates by being forcefully infiltrated into their ranks as a double agent by a multi-system government? Well, you can in Starfield. Simply get yourself arrested in United Colonies space and you'll find yourself face to face with Commander Ikande. In a roundabout way, he tells you that you can either go to prison or do some work for him. Refusing to work for him means you will go to jail, and if you want to start the quest again, you'll need to get yourself arrested again. Upon accepting his offer, he'll explain about the objective at large, the Crimson Fleet. Coincidentally, you happen to be the vital piece of the puzzle in taking down the fleet. Here, you'll also get an additional quest from Lieutenant Toft to gather actual evidence on the Crimson Fleet. In order to start looking badass in front of the fleet, Toft gives you some space drugs called Aurora, with the instruction to attract the attention of fleet liaisons and partners. Down in Sidonia on Mars, you need to pop to the Trade Authority and speak to Slimeball number 1, Saoirse Bowden. She actually won't accept the drugs, and you'll need to convince her to point you in the direction of someone who will. Thankfully, that person isn't far away, over at the Broken Spear pub, bar, whatever you want to call it. Just look for this guy, Adler Kempt, 8 out of 10 bad guy name. Unfortunately, Adler has priorities of his own, some of which you'll need to help him with before he'll shift your product. He wants you to collect some money from some poor guy on the lower levels. Adler doesn't care how you get the job done, he just wants his money. In other words, play to the strengths of your character. Being the charitable explorer I am, I paid Carl's debt personally and just told Adler that I convinced Carl to pay. Adler likes this and offers you a chance to meet with his associates. He mentions Neva Mora, the second in command, who will be your point of contact near the moon of Europa. Upon meeting this polite young lady, we will realise once again that there is a secondary agenda at play. Mora's previous apprentice deserted the fleet and she wants him dead. There are loads of ways to do this, so I'll let you figure this bit out for yourselves, but regardless of how you get it done, you'll find the target aboard the Regana. Upon your return to Mora, a little bit of compulsory shipdog fighting is at hand, so make sure that you have weapon and shields to maximum. Admittedly, this did take me a few goes, they were level 12. God, how are we going down so fast? Let's go. Mora saved, and suddenly you're an official member of the Crimson Fleet. Lovely jubbly. Now return to the UC Vigilance to inform Ikande. You can still show your displeasure at this mission at this point, and you can pretty much do it quite a lot throughout the entirety of the course of this faction questline. It turns out that those ecliptic ships that were attacking you and Mora were actually hired by Ikande to make your vying for a place in the Crimson Fleet seem more believable. Nice of him to let us know. Anywho, Mora has given you coordinates to the Crimson Fleet secret base, the Key, so that's where you're heading to next. Ikande hands you a dossier of the key players in the Crimson Fleet hierarchy, so give that a read if you want a bit more info when you meet them. Also, if you spared Mora's target aboard the Regana, then you can actually find him in the brig aboard the Vigilance, although there is no official record to protect your cover in the fleet. Side note, on the way to the Key, I found a party ship and I got to turn the gravity off. It really seems to kill the mood.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Turning off gravity
There
in
are
5,
no rules.
4,
Only the
3,
music.
2, 1.
Turning off the gravity is my favorite part of any party.
Your first impression of the Key was likely as pleasant as mine. Oh, bloody. Oh, and he's dead.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Let me just get his bits. He's definitely not going to clean up that body. Sorry, but he's definitely walking away. Get a tour of the facility from Mora before meeting the cyberneticist Shinya Voss. He's surprisingly sarcastic for someone with a bomb strapped to their chest. Voss will give you access to the Crimson Fleet mission board, which is chock full of pirating excursions to embark on. In order to round off this mission, head up a level and introduce yourself to the leader, Delgado. He's big on loyalty and also treasure hunts, which will bring us to the subsequent quest following this one. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful on your Starfield journey, then give that like button a little tap and headshot that subscribe button if you would like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.